How can fish farming be made more sustainable? To answer that question, biologists have set up this mobile chemistry kit right here, near the heart of a nature reserve in Hungary.
The reserve shares its ecosystem with a nearby carp farm. Scientists want to understand if and how fish farming activities are affecting the reserve's biodiversity, so wild fish are immobilized, identified, counted and returned to the water.
We are investigating the natural fish fauna and the quality of water at the fish farm ponds' inflows and outflows. We are comparing the results we get. Our work will help us establish how these fish ponds and the management of the fish ponds affect the natural fish community and the biodiversity of water around the reserve.
Samples are taken at different spots to get a clear picture of how the reserve's flows are affected by water used on aquaculture activities, usually very rich in nutrients.
The equipment allows us to measure parameters like temperature, conductivity and oxygen saturation in the water. We also use this mobile chemistry kit to check the levels of nitrate, nitrite, phosphate and ammonium in the water.
Data is then shared within a European research project aimed at increasing the sustainability of aquaculture. 7 sites of fresh and saltwater farmed fish species are being monitored around Europe, including salmon farms on Norwegian fjords.
We are trying to develop models that can show something about any substance coming out from a farm, either organic waste from the fish, or, for instance, veterinary medications, will be spread out in the area. And that's important when you are going to monitor, for instance, for the environmental impact, to know where to put your stations to see whether or not there are impacts.
Aquaculture is the fastest growing food production sector in the world, researchers say, hence the need to consolidate its efficiency and sustainability.
We're looking at very scientific tools which are based on highly complicated computer-based methods, but also looking at the environmental impacts and the carrying capacity, which is effectively how much aquaculture can you do in an area without damaging the environment.
Some 70% of farmed fish consumed in Europe is still imported. This Hungarian carp farmer says such a huge potential market will need sustainable practices to thrive.
Scientists have confirmed that the fish farming in these ponds is environmentally friendly. The outflowing water is very similar to the inflowing water in its composition. This is clearly the way forward.
Researchers hope their work will help prepare new strategies for a 25% growth in sustainable aquaculture in Europe by 2020.